yo, what's up, good morning, Friday, Woo. Friday, March, are we still in March, Tyler? I think we are, right?
A few more days,
March 27th, Woo. 2026, another beautiful day to have a beautiful day, or another red day to have another red day, I don't know what. I got my co-host, how's Tyler? Good morning, how are you doing today?
I'm good. Yesterday, President Trump said he was surprised that markets hadn't sold off more during the Iran war. Well, he may not have to be surprised for much longer because it looks like we're going lower pretty fast, especially in the crypto streets. But still, spirits are good.
Yeah, spirits are good. I mean, we've accepted our faith a long time ago.
Yes.
But we spirits that we have no choice. We're into a new season. You're finally going on vacation next week. Weather's getting better. We're health maxing. It's spirits can only be good in these times. The good thing is we're closer to being back than we are to being over. Just a few more months, right?
Yeah, we pray.
I think another proper quarter of chop and being shitty and boring, and then we'll be fine. But it's the best quarter because, it's summer, it's spring. Go outside, have some ice cream, take care of your kids. If you got kids at home, people are finishing school, so it'll be fine. We'll survive. Anyway, today on the show, we've got markets. Of course, we'll talk about it, even though I don't really feel like talking about it. Daily news, see what's good in the hood. There's quite a few things going on as usual, because the news will definitely happen. And then we will pick a winner, hopefully luckier than yesterday. Yesterday was not our most glorious yesterday was not the most glorious run we had. Yikes. Although,
the replay, folks. Don't watch the replay of yesterday's.
Don't watch the replay of yesterday's yeet action. Although one of you guys had the chance to win something. And, also, where's my ad read? I can't find it. Jesus, I forgot to save it. And then, Charlie, can you save my ad read? Oh, thank you, Tyler. And last but not least, this show is still powered by Walrus. Walrus is a verifiable data platform for builders in AI and on-chain finance. As these systems handle more money and decisions, the more mission critical this data foundation becomes. To learn more, follow walrus.xyz. Tyler, let's hit it.
For daily NFT and crypto analysis, Tyler D on FOMO hour calls the kid can't miss.
Ready to bash some bears. Yeah, folks, it's rough out there here this morning, especially in the crypto streets. We've got Bitcoin down 5%, 66,260. Just lost the last higher low. So big down move. We got ETH lost 2K. ETH's down 4.5%, 1983. Solana is down 6% at 83. Pretty much red across the board. Oil is up on the day, up 3% back at 97 and going higher. Interestingly, gold is green. Gold had been selling off more than Bitcoin for large stretches of the war so far, but it seems to be that trend is reversing a bit here. So that's something to watch. As we go into headlines, we talked about this yesterday, but Fannie Mae accepting crypto collateral for mortgages. Tether, they have named their auditor. So KPMG is going to do the first official Tether audit. Strategy CEO, this was interesting, revealed that retail investors are preferring Stretch over MicroStrategy stock by a 2-to-1 margin. So retail piling in to Stretch. It briefly hit that $100 par, but sold off yesterday. David Sachs, he stepped down as White House AI and crypto czar, apparently after hitting the 130-day limit for special government employees, though he will remain on as co-chair of that new science council. And OKX said it's not going to rush a U.S. IPO. Their CMO said, we will go public when we have confidence that we can give back shareholder value. So kind of reading between the lines, perhaps citing market conditions as the driver there. There wasn't a whole lot of on-chain action yesterday. Ripple's rolling out an AI-assisted security testing team. X Money, this is notable. So Twitter X Money hired Benji Taylor as their new design lead. He was formerly CPO at Aave Labs and design head at Coinbase's Base. So some crypto exposure there. And yeah, that's really the roundup. We had the breaking news for Polymarket. Intercontinental, the ICE, New York Stock Exchange parent, is giving them another $600 million. So up in their investment to what, 1.6 billion now, I think, perhaps even more than that.
We'll go there. We'll break it down for you guys. Pretty crazy.
Yeah,
a lot of different ICE agencies in the USA, I find.
Not the most beloved brand.
Exactly. One of them is gonna have to rebrand at some point. Anyways, let's go with the markets. I mean, there's not much to say, dude. Same reason, same chop, same range. There's no reason. Oh, why are we pumping? Why are we dumping? It's just same. We're playing the same range, unless you have a different read than me, Tyler. But I'm seeing the same. When I'm zoomed out like this on the 4 hour on Bitcoin, I'm just same old Trump tweets, etc.
Yeah, I think what feels different to me this time is I think a lot of folks are like, okay, we're in the range. Now I think a lot of the bears are like saying, okay, this is the breakdown.
Yeah, I've seen that too.
So I think a lot of folks believe this is the move to 60K, perhaps lower. And then Bob Lucas, he hasn't been rolling out his charts super frequently, maybe like once a week. He's posting his quarterly view. I mean, this is very much a 4-year cycle chart calling for an October bottom. So I think as we were leading into the show, you said closer to the bottom than the top. If you think October 3rd is the bottom, which is basically like the Reddit aligned dates, right? Or the 4chan, folks trying to predict the exact bottom date. We're like kind of right in the middle, right? So like we topped like October 9th. And if you think we're in March, so we're like quite literally like in the halfway point.
We are.
So I guess another 6 months if you are going purely by a 4-year cycle theory, which I don't subscribe to.
You got to at this stage. Come on, Tyler.
I'm not feigning it by any means. I'm no longer saying that we have broken out, but I also don't think there's just some magic. Let me just say this. If we bottom on October 3rd, 2026, then I will be the biggest 4-year cycle maxi.
And watch us break that cycle after that.
Exactly is what will happen.
Of course. Oh, man.
But I mean, if you go by this, a little bit more pain. And then, of course, like the classic downtrend, higher time frequency trends, like you go up like this and then you break down rather.
Yeah.
And
this is playing out pretty much, quote unquote.
Charts look like that. Like if you just look at the charts, and then like the obvious catalysts are, okay, the war is going to escalate. If we see troops on the ground, it goes another month. Inflation concerns, and we've got Bernie Bottoms talking about how he's calling up all of his vendors and telling them that air freight prices are going up. Their rates have doubled. So the
economy is this is not good. Yeah, I mean, we're hearing it from everywhere. Like you said, Bernie works in when he's not degenning on here, he actually has a real job. Makes good money actually in freight, and those freight, it's actually usually a good signal, right? Doubling, it's not. He must not be great calls to tell people your everything's on double. The oil situation is only getting worse. The Strait of Hormuz is not opening anytime soon. I think I just saw like video on my feed. It's like normalized now, but like a Pakistani tanker that was completely blown up by Iran. So it's not. I mean, I come on every day these days and I say the same thing. This war is not over yet. And now they're doing the war online. Iran's also making videos. The White House posting all these videos. It's like it's a war on so many different fronts, Tyler. It's very weird, right? Like war now is like the propaganda is like insane.
It's not an enjoyable experience. And
no, I'm not enjoying it at all.
Just like from so many angles, like you've got press in the White House, like asking Trump, like, when are you going to send ground troops in? And he mocks them. He's like, yeah, we're going to go in at 3 p.m. on Friday.
Well, it is a question.
It is, but at the same time, it's like we have all the media like writing about the war in real time. Is people care?
Yeah,
like they're trying to get him to like tip his hand, which is like absolute nonsense.
Wait, look at this. You showed me this at 44%. It's up to 63.
Let's look at the graph. Yeah, I mean, certainly things look like it's going.
Where's the graph? Is there a graph for this?
Click the graph button. Yeah, click that.
Here?
Yeah, expand that, and then there's
oh.
Right next to order book, yeah.
Yeah, that blew up. You showed me this. You showed it on the show at 44% a few days ago. Yeah, March 23rd, exactly.
Yeah.
Wow.
I would have to look at the. I personally am not in the camp that I think we're going to see some kind of large ground invasion, but like, could we have a tactical ground invasion of like a particular?
Well, the ceasefire odds are tanking.
Yeah, okay, those are way down. So much for the insiders. Everyone loves to hand wave about insiders. Like, there's a couple of wallets bid like a 6 figures on March 31st, so that's not looking like a good bid.
Yeah.
So
that was a funny quote. That's a little mustard. Hormuz could be open tomorrow if everyone would allow it. I know, but my aunt would be my uncle if she had balls. You know, the quotes are funny.
Notably, like April 30th is only 40%. So I mean, that's only really ever been as high as 50%. So it's actually not that far off. So people basically saying no ceasefire for the next 2 to 3 weeks, but 4 weeks out, still almost like just less than a coin flip, which I guess is positive. I mean, I don't think anyone really wants to see this stretch on for a significant period of time. But
yeah,
market's not liking it. And I think it almost feels like, so Trump's just been telegraphing. It's been so repeated pattern that like Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern is like he drops the announcement of like some major escalation or something the U.S. is going to do. And then like that tanks markets. And then Sunday night, Monday morning, he like does the opposite, right? Which right before Monday market open. So it almost feels like people are kind of front running that. Because it doesn't really feel like what has substantially changed in the last day. I guess like we had some peace talks that were looking like okay earlier in the week, but it didn't seem like anyone actually really bought those.
But who are they talking to?
Yeah, that's the other
question. We talked about this yesterday. Was it privately? I forget. But like, who are they talking to? Like who? I don't even think people in Iran know who they're talking to. By the way, that's what I'm asking. Like I don't know.
Yeah, and if one of the goals is regime change, then like, what's even the point of talking to the current regime?
Because the president is like out. He's like asking for help. He's like, okay, I'm not leading this country anymore. So I'm assuming maybe it's the person leading the army that's in charge. I don't know.
They said they're raising 1 million soldiers. That was perhaps propaganda as well.
I don't know.
Iran. But
yeah, I'm not too sure. Yeah, we'll see. But anyways, point being, this is why the market is just reacting like the market is, on top of maybe cycles, etc. But I think Trump had a tweet yesterday, extended the 5-day thing, 10-day thing, but usually they've been doing this and then going in regardless. So we'll see. I mean, I don't know.
Interesting about that. So he did like extend his like moratorium on strikes against energy infrastructure by another 5 days. Markets like briefly reacted and then went right back. So like so what was notable about this one is they're just totally shaking it off.
I guess I'm curious if you think it's good or bad. I would say good thing, but like there's like good thing is that the markets are reacting less and less to the Trump news.
Yeah, and I think at this point it's like we need to see like actual progress.
Yeah, like tweets are not doing it anymore. Let's just put it that way, right? Like that's tweet about talks going well. At 30 minutes before the market open, and ceasefire talks, this and that, are not reacting towards the upside or downside as much anymore. But
a few things hanging out. Like Hyperliquid still above 38.
Wow. Let's check it out. Hold on. CoinMarketCap. Yeah, Hyperliquid is decoupled though, because it's just a great product, right? Up or down. There's buybacks going on. Yeah, $38. Wow. Look at that.
Yeah, I mean it's not the hype Bitcoin ratio, not at the top, but I mean it's pretty close to the peak. So it's it's doing well. I think 0 was green.
Stop.
It's at 205, so it's down from local highs. But
it's up a ton since we got the guy on the show.
So that's been doing well. Tau was red on the day, but still 326. So it's still one of the stronger movers on the week.
I didn't get the memo that the billionaire is going to pump Tau. I bought a fuck ton of Tau like 2 weeks ago before traveling. I think I told you guys on the show I did a trade overnight at the bar, right?
Oh, I forgot that was Tau. Yeah, what a wild.
Tau. It was $249 entry for like $400,000. I sold in 24 hours thinking, fuck yeah, dude, it's like a 5-figure trade overnight for fun while lit at the bar. Well, that 5-figure trade, I don't think it's what, like 80, 100K now. But woulda, coulda, shoulda, right? But it was Tau. It was Tau at 249.50. That was the exact print I got. And then Jason Calacanis decided to pump it. I don't like that guy anyway, so happy for you. Congrats. I really can't stand that guy. So there's that on the market, unless you're picking up on anything else. But don't see.
I'm seeing Circle Stock, which I sent you a link, but you can find your own.
Yeah,
man, it's giving back a lot now. So it's
whoa.
It's at 94 after hitting 124.
What was the catalyst here?
Supposedly changes in the new draft version of the Clarity Act, which is going to impact yield, the ability to passively earn yield on held stablecoins. But I don't know. It seems like there's a lot of workarounds for that. Like, they're doing like incentive programs, reward programs are fine. And then also like staked stablecoins are going to be fine for yield. So I don't know. Strange to me that would be such a big sell-off. And also one of the bear cases for Circle or the rate cuts headed into this year. And now we're favored. So like hikes are at least on the table. We're not favored. Yeah. Okay. So we're 30% to get a hike.
No way. That's crazy. We went from like rate cuts to like to rate hikes.
No cuts on the table now. There's 0% chance of cuts right now.
Yeah, I saw that. Do you think that changes in May when Powell's gone?
I think it could absolutely change. For one, I mean, just look how the odds have changed over the last 2 months, right? Like we went from being favored to get 2 cuts to now we're favored to stay flat and 30% to get a hike. But you would need to see substantial progress.
Wow.
On inflation. Or, I mean, who knows? Maybe if AI takes over 25% of jobs, that'll overpower the inflation concerns. There's a lot of variables in this calculus.
Yeah, it's really insane. I mean, speaking of Circle, speaking of Clarity Act, yield and stuff, David Sachs. Yeah. It appears that David Sachs is gone. A lot of people were seeing this as like, oh, he's gone. It's not going on. It's not good. But it was just because I did a little bit. I dug 2 minutes into it. It's like Elon, right? Like you serve 130-day government. Like these government jobs are 130 days you're appointed. Mm-hmm. And that's it, right?
So many bad takes on the timeline for this one. So yes, exactly. So when you were coming from the private sector, you can effectively only work for 130 days. What Sachs did is he spaced those out. So Elon basically worked for like 130 days straight.
Yeah.
Sachs did it differently, right? So he kind of popped in and out. So, I mean, he started January 2025. So he went like 14 months. He spreads 130 days out, but he reached the limit. He is going to stay on as the co-chair of this new council that we talked about this week, the President's Council of Advisors on Science and Tech, which is a powerhouse council. And I have high hopes that it will actually be a substantive council that will actually take action. So I have high hopes for what that group of people will do. I've seen like the immature take. I get it. Everyone likes to meme things right now. It's how we get through the bear market. But
and also it's like the market's down. So you're obviously going to be like, thanks, Mr. Chair, or whatever it was. This is
didn't do anything. Like, what do you mean it didn't do anything? Like, we've had more progress towards regulatory frameworks in crypto than we've ever had. Like,
if the market was up only to like 200K, like that would have never happened. Like all these comments.
Price action drives everything.
But it's like we don't believe in the cycle. And now the cycle happened, but we still don't believe in the cycle, but we blame like what's going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know, dude. I guess, this is a bear market. You got to find bear markets are like that. You look for You got to pin the bear market on something, right?
You got to blame someone for the money that you lost. That's how you spend time.
Yeah.
But like, how would you rate David Sachs's time as crypto and AI czar?
He did his job, you know, and now he's on to something else. I mean, last I checked, you know, we are in the era where, you know, the most crypto friendly administration, the chair of the SEC is pro crypto, the chair of the CFTC is pro crypto. No more Wells notices going out. ICE is investing $600 million in the fucking crypto focused product poly market. You know, so I think they've done their jobs. Maybe it was their jobs to pump the market. I don't know. You tell me. I don't think so, right? But if you look at what they've done, I think they've done okay. I don't know. It's like a contrarian take now. What I'm saying, it seems.
I think he did a fine job. Yeah, it is.
But unless I'm missing something, educate me.
Twitter is also talking about both sides of their mouth. Like they don't want a Bitcoin reserve. Like they don't want the U.S. to get involved. So okay, like heard.
Yeah.
They didn't. So like one of the points of negative feedback is that they talked about Bitcoin strategic reserve. Nothing happened on that front. Agreed. Nothing really has happened on that front. And I think at this point in time, no one really even wants it. I guess unless purely for a potential bag pump angle, but then there's a lot of questions about what that would even mean. I guess this crypto council never really formalized in the U.S. government. I think another question of like, do you want that as a long-standing committee, or like I feel like the power has been given to the CFTC, the SEC. They're forming their own task forces and setting up the regulatory frameworks, and also just like you see now, getting work done in the United States government is very hard. Like he's been in there for 14 months. We have Congress has been shut down for how many times, for how many months during that stretch? Like it's just very difficult, unfortunately. So like I'm not giving him an F, I'll give him a B, maybe a B plus would be my rating.
That's straight up. So we're giving him a B? Is that what we're giving him?
Yeah, I'll give him a B plus. I'm curious what others would. Like if you're giving him an F, I'd be curious to hear more rationale and why.
Yeah, B's fair. B's fair. Okay, B's not bad. Because what was his actual like? I don't want to do the research. Like we'd have to go back to see what his actual task was, etc. And what he was appointed to, also what he's allowed to do. Because these czars, like these positions, sound like they have. It sounds big, but I don't think they have an insane amount of pull either. By the way. Right. Meant to do as crypto and AI. By the way, we're talking crypto, but AI wise, I'm pretty sure they've done a lot of advancement in the USA during this time.
Yeah, 100%. And I think some of that investment is now in question with some of the funds being tied to Middle Eastern funds. And then will they still be liquid enough, unfortunately, in this crisis?
So let's see. So his job was to design US policy for AI and cryptocurrency. So drafting or influencing. You could argue that the Clarity Act not passing is a shortcoming under his appointment, right? Or his job that he had, but I don't know how much pull he has there either. Like I don't know. Like it seems like it's like Senate, like they're arguing on the politics. Like David Sachs doesn't have a pull on like what Republicans and Democrats and the banks say. So I don't know. Helping create national strategy for AI development regulation. I don't know anything about that, so maybe he did it, maybe didn't. It looks like he did advise the president on the proper things. So I don't know. US seems to be leading in digital assets.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
AI.
I mean, there's the 5D chess argument that the US wants the Strait of Hormuz closed because it's ultimately better. We're energy and independent.
That's true.
And if you're in the global AI arms race, prolonged closures of the Hormuz impacts everyone else in the world much more than us.
Yeah. Because I think about this, like forget Trump for a moment. Like we're talking about David Sachs only and whether he fulfilled his term and what he's done, I think B is fair.
Yeah.
Do you think he did his job? Let's ask the AI. Let's ask the overlord. Oh, we get it. Okay. Pro innovation voices. That's true. He put him up there. to rival China. Raised a profile of a strategy, shifted to on crypto policy 100%. No major or AI crypto. See, that's what I was saying. The Clarity Act, like no major AI or crypto laws were directly introduced.
But also, like some of this was just pushed into the SEC and the CFTC.
That's why we're giving him a B.
Yeah, fair.
That's why he's not getting an A. See, if the Clarity, we got the Genius Act. We had Genius Act. So if we had the Clarity Act, David, we would be rating you a FOMO Hour A+.
It's not his fault, right? Like that's.
It's not even his fault, dude.
Yeah.
Anyways, realistic, influence moderator. So rate him as if he was in school with a letter. All right, let's see what the AI wants to give David Sachs, and let's move on for this topic. B minus C plus. Look at that.
We're right on there.
The report cards. Policy B. Okay. Help push pro-innovation narrative. Brought strong industry perspective to Silicon Valley. He did. Elevated the importance of this technology. 100. See, this is long, like what you're not talking about. Concludes on no major laws, policies. That's why he ends up C plus, B plus, C. Yeah, B minus, B. Yeah, B minus. Okay, cool. All right, we're aligned. We're aligned.
I'm asking Claude to see if he'll give a different answer here.
Wow. Yeah, ask your robot overlord.
B minus. B minus. The robots are aligned.
All right, so let's just give him a B minus then.
Yeah.
All right. There you go. There you go. Oh wow, look at this. Kash Patel's personal email has been hacked.
That's not good.
I just opened my timeline right now. It's like Kobasi Ladder and Polymarket reporting on this. Damn. Is that good or bad for the markets? I don't know.
Probably neutral. We don't generally.
Neutral.
Oh, did we lose 66? Oh, geez.
I've been down a pretty interesting rabbit hole, by the way. I don't know if we want to go over it on the show. It's pretty off topic, but I've been. Have you heard about this Palm Beach Pete guy?
Is that the guy who looks like?
Yeah.
Yes.
My algorithm is serving me a lot of crazy shit. It's like half the Harry Potter show and memes about it, and half like Palm Beach Pete. And then there are other like tiny bits like peptides. But anything but the market. I'm going through I'm like consuming all sorts of things to avoid the market. I'm not gonna lie. Anyways, let's talk about something else. What else is big? I know there's some poly news, some other stuff.
ICE, 600 million.
Let's go there.
Yeah, not that ICE. We'll just jump in front of that. Not the ones at the airports. But yeah, New York Stock Exchange parent, Intercontinental Exchange, giving another 600 million to Polymarket, raising. This follows their $1 billion prior investment, so up to 1.6. Polymarket cash flush. Notably, this is before they turn their fee switch on. I think the fee switch turns on today.
No, they already turned on. No, they've been they're like in the top on DeFi Llama. I saw a tweet about that.
The more pervasive. So like they've had fee switches on a few markets, but I believe like the bigger one is basically going to impact majority of markets.
They're 8th right now, but this is about to rock it up. Like they're Chainlink. Very
curious what that will mean for their volume. So I think a lot of folks will be watching that. It's tough because it's not a controlled experiment by any means. Like we're in like pretty peak March Madness right now. Like Sweet 16 is going on, Elite 8 this weekend. So it's a big sports weekend. MLB baseball just kicked off in the US. Oh, God, come on. I didn't even see that comment, by the way, with my intro. So we're thinking the same ways.
Oh God, that's so funny. I mean, this is huge. Also, one thing I was talking about with a friend offline once I saw this news, Polymarket, what a business. They still managed we don't know which valuation this was, right? But no matter what it is, it's in the 12 billion plus. Existing shareholders are still managing to get exit liquidity at 10 bill plus. Like this is an impressive business.
Yeah.
Like if you invested at 300 million, 600 million, couple billion, you're still making money on this investment. That's crazy. What a business they've turned. They're going to be making $1 million a day, no, with this fee switch, this new one. And then they got a token coming out. Fuck, this is really, really crazy. Wow.
Yeah, I would. I wonder how much Kalshi is making per day. I don't know that I've seen. I feel
Oh,
like
didn't we
volume
see that?
numbers? The volume numbers are so heavily published, but I feel like the fee numbers are not.
Well, didn't we see a thing not long ago about like 110 million? Like it was 10x. Remember? Oh, let me see.
Yeah.
Allegedly, it was like. Hold on, let me find it for you. It was like.
So Masari is saying Kalshi's raising at 83.5x fees at 22 billion.
There it is. I found it. Revenue. The Parity. Shout out to Parity, by the way, the homies. They were claiming $110 million in revenue last 30 days.
And that's pretty good.
Look how much more it says than to everyone else.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah. That's insane.
And this is, I guess for folks who like this data would be surprising to a lot of folks, I think. Because you see Kalshi and Polymarket is like neck and neck as the leaders in this space. But it's because Polymarket really hasn't had a fee switch on.
Yeah. This is going to change, obviously. Like it was 10 days ago. Yeah.
So I got objectively, the Kalshi numbers are much more impressive than Polymarket's because they're doing it with a fee switch on, and Polymarket has not. Like I think that is an objectively fair statement to make.
Yeah.
It's now if Polymarket catches up right away, like that would be very impressive. And trust me, I don't have a horse in that race between those two, or a favorite. That's just my interpretation. But
it's insane.
I keep coming back to this. Like Masari published their research report on Polymarket. It's paywalled. And so I didn't pay to read through the whole thing. They're basically evaluating bull case, bear case for Polymarket at 20 billion. And ultimately, I think their conclusion was it probably will be conservative. So they think there is upside on that. But I think the problem that I'm seeing is everyone thinks that means the same for the token. And I'm like the token and the company are different. Like they are, I think that they are different unless they are going to tokenize, unless the airdrop is going to be tokenized equity. So I'm still hesitant to like say that means that the token is going to be worth that much. But we'll see how they roll it out.
Yeah, there was also some Kalshi news yesterday. They're partnering with ARK, Kathy Wood, to bring markets to people.
All right. Yeah.
ARK Invest is now working with Kalshi through this pipeline to list markets used in investment analysis. A few of these are already live on Kalshi, including non-farm payroll markets, deficit to GDP. So I guess it's mostly a partnership to like list specific markets, right? And then Kathy Wood talked about it. So
also, I read this the opposite way. So I thought Kathy Wood was saying that they use Kalshi markets for their investment reports, but no, it's the opposite. So they're
listing markets together.
Yeah. So they have markets that they were already tracking to make investment decisions, and now they're going to help.
I like this. And this is like, I just sent it to the team. I was like, we should be doing this, like partnering. And we thought about this, like you partner with specific people to list markets that are, it's interesting. It's a good, I like it.
It is, especially major players like ARK. And like your personal thoughts on Kathy Wood's side, like major power player. That's very interesting. Agree.
Yeah. This is an interesting one. The prediction markets, man, like it's really, I mean, I was talking about this yesterday, but it's just so interesting. It's just right now, there's so much going on. I don't know if you saw this article too. No, that we're on it. Prediction markets top $20 billion in monthly volume. It's geopolitics now drive majority of activity. Like it's insane.
20 billion.
Yeah. There's it's popping off.
Let's look. So what was back in the 2024 election, which was I'm gonna try to pull this up to see what the price.
I don't even know. It was nothing. Like it was $1 bill total, $2 bill in the election.
$5 bill.
Okay, but that was election. Like you're talking about like November.
Yeah. So the Pico top before was 5 billion, and now we're doing 4x that in just March.
I thought I thought prediction markets were supposed to die for the election.
That's what I thought.
So a lot of people told
egg on my face. Yeah.
That's why when we were raising capital, now I can talk about it openly because I couldn't for a long time. That's what almost everybody told me. That shit was a bitch. But that's it's impressive. Now they're like the main topic of conversation. But anyways, Mando, GM, how you doing?
GM, how you doing, guys?
We're doing.
Yeah, grim out there.
Grim. That's the right word. Yeah.
Yeah. We were kind of talking about it earlier. We're like, look, like we cover the market, but like it's just like again. Oh wow, grimmer than even grimmer than when we What's your read? Do you think we're just gonna keep range bound here, or this is the push down? Like finally, like this is the push below 60K.
Well, we lost 68, 67K, which has been a pretty strong bounce level recently. That chart does not look good. Like,
does it look like a range? Or no?
My positions I cut at 68. I'm not involved right now. It's not a good looking chart there, I have to say. I started my hype position, which has basically been my biggest position, and I'm buying dips on that. Bitcoin, I've tried to long breakouts for Bitcoin 3 times now. 71, got out at 70. 71.5, got out at 73, and then now 69.5, got out at 68 or 67.7, I think it was. So I haven't had a good trading month, if I'm honest, because I've just been trying to do breakouts, but I haven't lost my rag either. Hype has been the main thing that's done well for me.
It's really just hyperliquid, Tau, and like Zero.
Yeah, I like Zero too, but yeah, the market just feels
it's not great.
Not great. It's just tough to fight this market at the moment. Tough to fight it.
Grim indeed.
Yeah, we're not. And also like I feel like now going into the weekend, you're kind of scared because like, what if there is a ground invasion going into the weekend? What if there is? And like the first thing to get wrecked is always us. So you go into the weekend, you're like, what's gonna happen? You know what I mean? Are they gonna try and go open this trade? Boots on the ground. Like, Delta Force, whatever the fuck, is moved down to Dubai and shit. Like, so,
yeah,
you don't even know what's going on. So
if he's gonna do anything, he'll try and do it on the weekend. So
of course he is.
I'd agree with that. Like, don't.
On a fine Friday evening, after the market's closed, that's it. Do we think gold? I was looking at gold the other day. Tyler, you mentioned it was up just now. Do you think gold is actually going to be a good hedge again? Feels like
interestingly outperforming again. That's one thing I would say. Like, I wasn't necessarily expecting this outperformance. I bought some on that complete like wick lower.
You got 4,000. Wow, went to 4,100.
I got it 4175. I remember on that day.
Nice entry. That wow.
The thing is, there's not one chart which looks good here. Even the stuff that I was long at the start of the year, so like gold, Google, they have all broken back, like mega trends here. Gold is the best looking macro asset for sure. But you go down the list of stocks, Apple seems to be the best performing stock. Everything else looks fucking horrific.
Yeah. Not great. It's a great weekend to have sangria with the boys at the beach.
Yeah.
That's about it. Health maxing, peptide maxing. Perfect week for Tyler going on vacation. Yeah. Mexico's safe now. You're good.
Seems safe. Yeah. Have some friends who've gone there the last few weeks. So we're hoping for.
Yeah, it's really nothing much. Airports should open back. I think I saw something about that with TSA. And
Yeah,
so,
hoping the airports get resolved for everyone traveling, not just for our family. What a mess. Can we just have some level of normalcy?
I feel like America hasn't had normalcy for a little bit.
It's true.
It's been a
The
tough one.
volatility is increasing, right? We're going up and to the right on the volatility spectrum.
Yeah. So that's really it.
Yeah, I'm trying to look at like what the bright spots are in the market.
Please find us one. Find one.
So the only things that are above on the 1 day
Okay.
trend. Asta.
I'm still in the guys.
Oh,
I'm still in the fucking position we bought on the show. But I want the show to know this.
Don't pitch it faster.
When I put
Asta
100
is still above the daily. There's not a lot in here, so just listen to
I'm
it.
a community member, motherfucker. I'm held that one because I traveled after it, so I held the whole $100,000.
Copper.
No, Mando, get off the show, dude. Aster and Copper.
Hyperliquid.
Okay, fine. That one's okay. Farcoin.
Gold is still VVV.
Oh man.
Tau. And zero. Yeah.
No Farcoin.
No.
Damn.
It's over.
That's funny, man. Aster.
Zeke mentions in the chat.
Zeke is definitely not.
Yeah. Man, that's giving back just about everything, huh?
Oh man.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like this is
if you squint real hard.
I'm squinting. I got my squinting glasses on. I'm seeing a strong floor bid around 200.
Yeah. God. And Apple is held up. It's like teetering Apple, but still above.
Fuck. Oh well. It's really over.
Hey, there's some coins in there.
Little ceasefire tweet here and there. That wouldn't hurt. Oh wow. So it is. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Well, no, what were you going to say?
No, it's nothing to do with the market.
They do have a 19% chance that U.S. forces are going to enter Iran by this month.
So we're talking about how the boots on the ground, pumped, and then the ceasefire dumped like crazy, like double-digit percentage. And then so it turns out it's a Iranian-backed group that hacked Kash Patel's email just now.
They do have a big cyber.
And they said, soon you will realize that the FBI's security was nothing more than a joke. Uh-oh. Well, that's not great. Okay. That's that. I think there's nothing much else, guys. Unless Tyler, is there anything we missed out?
I did want to clarify because I misspoke on how the Fannie Mae crypto mortgages will work.
Oh.
So I do want to just quickly correct that for anyone who was listening and or who cares about that. So the crypto loan is basically a loan for your down payment. So it's not the actual mortgage for the house. So like, let's say you want to buy a $500,000 house and you want to put 20% down on your house. So you need $100K. What you can do is pledge like $250,000 in Bitcoin. You'll get a 100K loan against that Bitcoin. And then you can use that 100K to go out and purchase the 500K home from Fannie Mae with a more standard mortgage. So that's how it works. And also the way these loans work, there are no margin calls. So you can't get liquidated. Basically, the only way you can get liquidated is if you don't, if you miss your home payments. So it's a little bit better deal than previously thought. I mean, it's interesting, right? Because like, had you done this with Bitcoin at 120K and you posted 2.5x collateral, I mean, you basically are down the line right now. But the way the product works is you don't have to worry about margin calls or getting liquidated on it. So you'd be in a good place. So I think that does make it a little bit more interesting. Coinbase's partner, Better Home Finance, they said with their numbers, they lost $40 billion in business by not having done this sooner. Feels like a little bit of a stretch, but hey, we'll allow it. So cool product. Definitely like it more, knowing more about exactly how it works. And then, I can talk about the stretch thing briefly. This was just notable data from Strategy's CEO. He said that 80% of Stretch is owned by retail versus MicroStrategy common stock, which is just 40% retail. So it seems like
that product's working, dude. It's the AI videos of the women stretching.
It was working until it doesn't. It sold off big today. So it hit par yesterday. It's back at 99.70. That's the lowest I've seen it. So times are tough across the board. Even Stretch feeling it.
Even Stretch.
Stretched out. These trying times.
What is this?
On-chain, super rough, like Solana meme street. White whale took a big hit yesterday.
Yo, I saw that.
Off.
So the guy is out, right?
People are just exiting these coins left and right. Is really what it feels
but
like.
The white whale guy is walking out.
Yeah.
You saw that, right?
Yeah, like the main guy, right?
But did you guys see the guy who tattooed the whole white whale on his back? I'm dead serious. Have you guys seen that?
Classic.
People are like annoyed at him. I don't know. Like he definitely fed into it, but like he did get that coin up to 120 million.
No, it's 200 million. No.
Everyone had their chance to eat. Like I don't want to hear it.
No,
That's
that one.
Kind of my view.
I agree. That token also, guys. That token held up above 100 million for like weeks.
Yeah, it's like by far, it's like one of the top two.
Yeah, let's pull it up. Let me pull it up. Dude, that double top. So it went to 200, then it went all the way back again to 150. Like you had
two chances.
Above 100, you had like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11. You had like 15 whole days above 100 mil, bro. So everybody ate. You know,
I know. As a creator of my own coin, I do recognize that this guy. There was once it started doing this, and he was continuing to make it his whole personality. Like I felt like that was coming.
Yeah.
So it's still being ran by somebody else. So it's not like he didn't
run by somebody else. Yeah.
And by the way, he locked 500 million coins. So he fucking. That's a lot of coins to lock. Isn't there 1 billion coins total?
Yeah, so 5%. Oh wait, he couldn't have locked 50%.
50%.
That seems like a lot. He had control of 50% of the tokens.
I think so.
It's half a billion.
Yeah, all right.
Is it 1 billion tokens? Yeah, it's 1 billion tokens. Huh. Interesting.
Other than that, my old favorite Wojak is coming back from the dead. It's up like 30%. It's at 6 million. So I'm joking.
How's your Copperino doing?
It's up. Copperino is up too.
Let's look at on-chain for a minute. Let's look at.
Maybe I just need to put everything in Copperino.
This thing is still $6 million. Okay, let's go.
That looks all right. Pumpcade has been doing well. Like that's a little bit less of a meme, more of a.
That's more of a prediction market play, right?
That hit 10 million the other day.
Yeah, I saw that.
But yeah, it's brutal out there. Oh, there's some kind of meme scope Monday thing that some of the big meme traders are hyping up, like 10 a.m. on Monday. They're all gonna get on meme scope and trade. So
they deleted all their tweets, I think.
Well, yeah, what was that? I saw this orangey tweet.
Orangey deleted his tweet, yeah.
Oh no. So what was it?
I mean, it's an arranged pump and dump.
Wait, is it?
Oh my gosh, what are these people doing?
Wait, what I missed? I saw the stuff, but didn't like pay attention. It was flying.
Well, Orangey deleted his tweet because if you read the comments, it's just like, guys, like this just sounds like a pump and dump. That's being
So he
arranged.
said still showing up for Meme Scope Monday, but people take it too literal.
I just thought it meant like, hey, we're all gonna like trade more coins on Monday. Like I didn't really think too much into it. Yikes! All right, so be careful out there on Monday, folks.
What's going on Monday?
Okay,
What is it? Explain to me.
It sounded like if I didn't listen to the whole thing, but it was like we're all going to turn up and we're going to like put a bunch of money into coins on Monday at 10 a.m. for Meme Scope Monday, and you know it just sounds.
Well, we
like,
need that. We need them to do that. What's bad with that?
Yeah,
Dude, this is like a modern day cash injection.
Okay, well, let me tell you what the second half of that story will be.
Tell me.
The moment those coins start going down, everyone's going to be like, hold on, like, we thought we were meant to be pumping this. Are we not taking this to 100 million? Everyone, and then it just becomes, a pump and dump.
Well, then a first order effect too is like our existing tokens all going to sell off in advance of that. There's a lot.
What do you mean all our existing coins, Tyler? What are you in?
Great question. I'm not in anything. I went flat ahead of spring break. I'd held on to a couple things and they're all
So
real bad.
You're talking about this like it's this time
There are
last year.
some memes still hanging around, right? Like the people who are still showing up to the trenches are still like trying to play. But like, I don't really want to talk about it anymore.
I don't want to talk about it.
You know, so Brad reached out to me yesterday, actually. Tell you a little story. And I'm not going to say it was pretty big, like actually big. They said they've been watching my content for months and want to do a full experience partnership, you know? And I'm like, okay, what does that mean? And they go, private jet from Seattle, Miami, penthouse suite for 2 nights, personal chef, 200K cash up front just for showing up. Then another 300K if I post 3 Instagram stories in 1 tweet. They said the tweet doesn't even need to mention the brand. I can just go, life is good with the photo of the view. I'm already thinking this is insane, but they kept going. They said, we'd be on the yacht with 15 models, celebrity DJ they've definitely heard of, a custom Rolex waiting in the room, and I land. Not a PR loan, mine to keep. They also offered to fly with 5 of my friends, all expenses paid, and they said they cover rent for 6 months as a gesture of good faith. And then the guy goes, you leave March 30th at 10 a.m. You in? I said, no, bro. That's Meme Scope Monday. Get lost, pal.
It's sad that I knew exactly what you were doing from the second you started. It's very sad.
I love you, Orangey, but that's a funny ass tweet, man. I really like this kid, though. I'm Team Orangey. Like, I like the kid. I think he's a good guy.
Kids be like, we need Rasmer's take on his hero Clavicular getting arrested.
Yeah.
But
Did you see his picks for the final 8?
Oh, let's see. Actually, let's see it right now, and then let's get into it anyways, because then we gotta go. We're hosting 2 back to. I'm on Real Vision today, boys.
Yeah.
I got an email 2 weeks ago from Arthur. It's like, you want to get on Real Vision on 27th of March, and I was like, wow, I'm being called up again to the A team.
Rasmo was talking me through his cover photo today. The other week, I was like, so I get like the new profile picture, but why is it just meat? And he was like, it's just, I just feel like it really suits my brand.
Okay. I have to say,
he has one thing I've realized about that, Raz, when I said this when I went on the stream, he has deep personal lore. Like, he thinks that there is like this ongoing lore that he thinks that everyone else is kind of aware of, but no one is aware of. Like, he has now a picture of himself on the back of his streams. He was like, do you know the story about this picture? I was like, no, man. No one knows the story about that
He's an interesting character, I have to say. Interesting character. Anyways, where are his picks?
Keep going.
He tweets a lot.
Keep going.
He tweets a lot. Jesus Christ.
Keep going.
How much more?
He's a big tweeter, I think. There we go.
Oh, based on the sexiest star player. All right, let's see.
sexier star player. First up, we've got Alabama versus Michigan. This is a very hype matchup with NBA talent on both sides. Yaxel Landenborg has a strong jaw, positive camp out tilt, and clean eye area, which makes him a Chad Light. Versus Falone Jr., who has weaker orbital support and a weaker jaw. He also has covering the LTN long range. We're taking Michigan. Next up, we've got Illinois versus Houston. This is a classic offense versus defense matchup. Houston has a strong defense. Illinois has a strong offense. Look who Mon's harder. Who's sexy? Keaton Wagler has very balanced facial harmony and a positive camp out tilt. He's a high tier normie. Meanwhile, Kingston Fleming has a longer mid face, softer eye area.
I'm gonna tell him all of them.
Next up, we've got
Illinois won.
Rick Pitino, John Shire. This might be the match of the week.
Oh, they won?
Positive camp out.
Yeah.
So he was right.
He's won. So far, he's 1 for 1. Let's just keep playing. Let's see how he's doing on the other
And
picks.
overall facial harmony, but add that in. He's got the nepotism mog as well. That's got to add some bonus points. Eljafor also has a strong lower third. He's also kind of mog, but Duke moves on. And by the way, I'm putting $500 on each game, and you guys get the winnings if you use my code Rasmer. I'm placing all of these bets on Yeet.com. The link is below. It's a fucking no-brainer. Those are our 4 picks, and we have a final parlay going. I'm trying to turn $200 to $2,600. If we nail every pick and prove that the sexier star player wins, that would be a statement.
Wow.
The link is below.
Man,
So
I
he's
wish I
1 for 1.
would've seen this. Yeah, so there's 3 games tonight. So only one of the games have played so far.
I am picking the Sweet
Okay.
Man, I wish I had seen this.
Well, you've seen for the other 3.
Yeah.
You,
I got a
you
little
can tap
parlay.
in. You can tap in. All right, Charlie. Let's give some money away.
Yeah, we'll play Omaha today. Let's be fast.
Yeah, let's do it. Then I'm gonna call Frame Mog Mando on Real Vision. Should I keep the time talk on Mando? Is it more serious today?
Oh, I reckon we should just cancel.
Gambling and surfing. Gambling and surfing.
I don't think I've seen that handle before, but congrats. It's a subscriber. There they are. With the surfing pick. All right.
Oh my god, it's so funny. Gambling is so funny, man. Let's do some action. All right, let's go. Omaha. All right, yesterday was disastrous. Mando left and he turned the RTP to 0% for us.
Yeah, we're gonna play for you, gambling.
Sorry, guys.
It was actually really bad. It was 5 winners. I think nobody made any money. I
Really?
mean, $500. Yeah, one person did. 1%. All right, let's go. We hit good on Omaha though for 1%. Oh yeah, that's good. Pair of queens.
This.
Pair of queens. Pair of queens.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
Hey,
Let's go. Let's go.
X. Come on, bro.
All right.
X. So that's 992. Let's go. Oh, that's beatable. That's beatable. 4s and 7s. Oh yeah. Oh no. Oh, what do we need here?
3.
Let's go.
Dang. Wow. Surfing, he's won like $1,300, $1,400 bucks.
$1,400. Yeah, about $1,400. Damn. On the river too.
We don't get that too much. We don't get the river card all that often.
No.
River card straight. That was clean, boys. That's nice to end the week like that. That was great. Well, Tyler, you're not around next week.
Yeah.
I hope you have a great vacation. You definitely need the break. So make sure you enjoy off the markets. I don't think I got you either, Mando, next week. So or do you?
No, I'm out next week.
Yeah, you're out next week. So I may come around. I may come and rant for 30 minutes a day next week. Because I was thinking, what do you guys think of this model? I just come on for half an hour. I pick 3-4 topics and I rant. What do you think, chat?
Nice.
Should I do that? And I gamble.
Sounds
But
fun.
we gotta eat. I gotta do the eat thing anyways. So I may as well come on, gamble for people and just fuck around. So I'll figure it out. But with that being said, we'll see y'all Monday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Peace out.